Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good to see everyone online this morning. Some mornings are just easier than others to get started, to get going. But nevertheless, when you're working for yourself, you got to get busy. You got to get busy. Some mornings are definitely a struggle. But normally once I get up, get in my office, get into a groove, I'm good. But yeah, some mornings you just give me one more hour. And although I do that occasionally, you can't do that every day. You can't do it every day. All right. So listen, we have been talking about key challenges solopreneurs face and how to overcome them, which ultimately is a 5-part series. It's actually the last part of the series. I'm loving doing the series. So I'm gonna have to continue that, put other series together to talk about that over a period of time, things that are connected and things that I could probably talk about for an hour and break them up into smaller parts. And so this has been great, really great. So today, as you just saw, we're going to talk about hiring and scaling the business. Hiring and scaling the business. Many solopreneurs have this same basic definition of success where we start a business, we're working in our business, we find ourselves doing it by ourselves until we retire, right? But solopreneurship does not have to be that way. Actually, as your sales, your revenue begins to increase, the value of your time also increases for those revenue generating activities. That time increases as well. It's crucial that solopreneurs stay practical when it comes to making financial decisions, but waiting too long to make a necessary hire could harm the business. And actually what a lot of us face is the roller coaster ride of entrepreneurship. And so what's the roller coaster ride of entrepreneurship? It's dealing with the highs and the lows, right? So one week you can make twice as much as your monthly average. I was trying to contract all that together. You can make twice as much as your monthly average in 1 week. And then the following week, everything is silent. And so that's the roller coaster ride. Your revenue comes in waves. It goes up and down. That's one of the aspects of solopreneurship that we have to deal with. And so one way to overcome that is to outsource, to hire out certain activities in your business so that you can constantly concentrate on those activities that allow you to generate revenue. All right. And so one of the first thing that we should consider when hiring to scale our business is we should look intently at the ROI. ROI is return on investment. All right. Hiring employees, hiring freelancers, contractors in your business, there has to be a return on that investment. It is an investment. And I said earlier, the thing with time, being a solopreneur, your time is very valuable. And so the more projects that you have, the more valuable that time becomes. And so when you're focused on making money, often what we do is neglect those revenue generating activities, right? Because we're busy. And so that is how we experience that roller coaster ride, because the revenue generating activities are not consistent. We do those tasks. We sign on new clients, new customers, and experience that upflow in revenue. And then as we have to complete the projects, we begin to neglect those revenue generating activities. And then once the projects are completed, we don't have anything in the pipeline. And so the biggest return on investment when we look at hiring for various aspects in our business is that we can constantly focus on those revenue generating activities, because a lot of the things that can be outsourced, we can find somebody else to do that for us in our business. And so for solopreneurs, the biggest question that you need to ask yourself is, where are you spending your time? Where are you spending your time? Also, what are those revenue generating activities? I often talk about marketing, and marketing can be done in many ways, but solopreneurs can take advantage of free resources, these social media platforms, obviously not exclusively, but they are definitely handy because it shows you where you can go where your market is in a short amount of time, right? Just going live. All right. And so two of the biggest areas that we struggle with as solopreneurs is social media. Social media, and then the back end office. First of all, with social media, constantly posting, having content, having good qualified content, that stuff takes time. It takes time to research. It takes time to put it together. I'm actually working on something for myself where I'm going to eventually hire somebody in just to handle the social media aspect of my business, but I'm putting everything in place. And so, yeah, when I begin to talk about some other things, we'll talk about that as well, finding a way to simplify it. Because again, it's that the biggest thing is coming up with content, that quality content. And so that's where a lot of entrepreneurs struggle. And so it should be one of the first things that we consider setting up so that we can outsource social media, right? The posting of content, the gathering of content, the putting the graphics together and all that. And as you see, really, I started right before our anniversary. So I started like in the middle of August, and then just been constantly posting. We post something with Next Step practically every day, sometimes 2-3 times a day. And when you add the videos in, it's definitely right. So during the week, we have several postings, Monday through Friday. Try not to post a lot on the weekends. But the second biggest part is the back end office, the administrative tasks, the stuff that you don't like doing but has to be done, which would include bookkeeping. And so what is the return on investment? If you wasn't doing all those activities, those activities that you can hire somebody else to do, you can focus more on those revenue generating activities. And again, the goal would be to constantly keep potential clients in that pipeline so that there is constant work and help you overcome that roller coaster. Maybe the highs are not so high from the actual valley. The dip is not as big, right? It's more hills than mountains. Secondly, hiring could also help a solopreneur manage excessive work efficiently. The business can take on more projects and manage current clients with even when work requirements begin getting heavy. And so when you put certain things in place, again, I'm big on contractors. If you are in a place where you can actually hire an employee, that's great. But freelancers allow you to hire somebody in specialized areas for a fraction of the cost. And so that's why there's a greater return on investment. All right. And you might actually, the hourly rate, if there is such a thing, because I don't actually charge an hourly rate for what I do, but maybe higher than what you would pay an employee, but you're getting a person who specializes in an area. And so they can be efficient, effective, and professional, and provide a great product or service for you for a fraction of the cost to actually hire an employee to do that. All right. So again, the biggest thing for entrepreneurs is this thing of time. Solopreneur is this thing of time, because you're limited. You can't spend all day working on your business and neglect your family, and neglect other things in your life. And so you have to set those boundaries, which we talked about when we talked about time management. But if you're looking to free up some time in your business, consider outsourcing your bookkeeping. And so I want to invite you to book a free 15-minute biz strategy session with myself. We can talk about your biz, see where you want to be, where you want to go, the services. We can talk about the services that we provide here and see if we're a good fit to work together, right? And so we can free up some of your time that you spend on bookkeeping every month, and get you that time back so that you can utilize that time, have a greater return on the investment of your time working in and on your business. And so definitely a consideration. There is a link associated with this video. Feel free to click on that and book that free 15-minute biz strategy session with myself. Also, there is a free eGuide, tax time guide is what we call. It's 23 pages of some great information that you can utilize, how to pick a tax preparer. There's some information on there on deductions. We have the 5 tax loopholes, 5 legal tax loopholes that you can take advantage of as an entrepreneur, solopreneur. And there's some other information in there. It's like 20 some pages of information in that eGuide, and it's available for free. We will be updating that soon for the new tax season, and I'm afraid what's going to happen is it's just going to get longer. So that's great. So again, this is Brother Juan, Next Step Financial Partners, and I did it again. When I don't actually list the introduction, sometimes I forget. And so let me tell you who I am. I am Brother Juan P. Barrientos II. I'm the owner of Next Step Financial Partners, Tax and Accounting. I help Christian life coaches, consultants, course creators, solopreneurs increase revenue by an average of 30% with financial accounting and tax planning so that you can empower your clients to achieve their goals, grow your business, and fulfill your purpose. Biz Talk and now Tax Talk with Brother Juan is designed to help you navigate your biz to be more profitable. And so again, thank you for tuning in for this edition of Biz Talk with Brother Juan. And again, today we talked about this is the fifth installment of a series that we've been doing called Key Challenges Solopreneurs Face and How to Overcome Them. And today we talked about hiring and scaling the business. And so again, there is a ceiling that you will reach with your time. And so utilize and leverage the time of others to have a greater return on your investment and increase your profitability. So you have a good day, and we will see you next time.